Welcome to the CJ Does It All podcast, season 2, episode 2. We here in the compound, once again with big bro JDJ. How you doing, man? How you feeling?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. It's a good day. Saturday, we feeling good, man. I guess we
Yes.
ain't supposed to tell what the day it is, but it is what it
It
is.
don't matter.
It don't matter, man.
It's Saturday day for me. You know how we doing it. You know how we rocking. You understand me?
Bro, I'm trying to. I gotta get a new wardrobe because I gained like
I'm like, you
4
good over?
pounds of muscle, and all my shit's too tight. And I'm talking
Okay.
shit.
So
I'm
what
talking
you
shit.
you didn't change your diet? What you do differently?
Bro? I would say the only thing I did differently is just don't use the assistance things when you're doing cardio. So when people use the stairmaster, they usually like to grab on the rail. Don't grab on that
Okay.
shit.
Yeah.
If you on your treadmill and you got 10 incline, but you grabbing the assistance rails, don't do that shit. Just walk on the incline. I think that's what helps takes you to the next level. Cause
Gotcha.
it's like having training wheels in a sense. You using all this shit to help you work out.
Yeah.
Fuck all
It's
that.
a good analogy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So. But yeah, I think that's what kind of helped me to me to the next level, bro.
I definitely feel you.
Now, of course, you've been in the calisthenics. You know what I mean? Getting it in.
Yeah.
How's the calisthenics treating you, bro? How's those
Man,
workouts
I ain't
consistently
gonna lie. I'm
helping?
starting to fall in love with it because I'm still doing. It's like calisthenics. They call it really hybrid because I do weights, but it's like calisthenic type movements too
Yeah.
as well. Um, at
Push
first,
ups, pull ups.
yeah, I had got a lot smaller because I changed my diet too as well. I stopped eating meat. I stopped fucking doing everything that's not good for me.
Why you stop eating meat, bro? Meat's good for you.
Well, it's carcinogenic, meaning cancer causing. So
But is it everything though? Like, don't like
no.
everything negative, like that isn't positive, some way, shape, form, kind of destroy you in some type of way.
What you mean? Like meaning food?
Like, like for example, like I guess what I'm trying to say is there's a negative to everything you eat anyway. You know what I mean? There's gonna be some type of GMO. There's gonna be some type of, you know, whatever the case may be,
Well,
negative benefit that you put into your body regardless. So it's like, how
um,
come you just can't eat freely?
because number one, uh,
And
this is
I'm
what people need
speaking,
to realize. Of course, we living in America, so
yeah,
all this shit got chemicals in it, all type of shit that's not good for you. Not even just the food, to the fucking soap, the laundry detergent, everything you use, perfume, cologne. That shit is made out of animal feces. Like, don't use that shit.
bro,
You crazy?
exactly. That's what I'm saying. You got all this negative shit, so
But
like, it's like, why be selective?
the good stuff is right. The stuff that came from Mother Nature's, the
Okay,
stuff that's been cooked from um, the earth stove, which is the sun, you can say, or whatever.
things that's been grown, like, but shit.
I started with a 7 day fast from KT to Earth degree. I bought some stingless bee honey from Honduras. Um, it got so many health benefits. It's like 30 plus. It's like anti-aging. It's really like brain food. It sounds crazy, but you drop the honey in your eyes. Yeah,
You drop honey in your eyes like Visine.
yeah, like Visine. Stingless bee honey from Honduras. It's been prayed over by um, I want to say shamans, but I don't know if they're shamans or they just priests there.
What
But
name they praying?
what you mean, like Allah or God, like God, the Creator, whoever? They talk about the same person. My thing is what Eddie Griffin said, nigga. I don't give a fuck who it's. Jesus, Muhammad, whoever, nigga. Who I don't give a fuck who the messenger is. Did you get the message?
That's
You
okay.
know what I'm saying? Did you get the
Eddie
message?
Griffin. I don't know, bro. I think who the message comes through matter. Just think about it, right? It's a
Yeah, that bitch hit. I ain't been to Japan.
you drunk that. It was like shit.
I'm like, whoa.
Just think about it, right? If a hateful message or if a good message comes to you through a person that hates you, would you receive that message?
From a person that hates you.
No, like
Me,
if everything that this person says to you and how they treat you, just look at it as almost as the slave master of slavery, right? If they in turn give you something that's good, are you even gonna receive that? Hell no. These motherfuckers been trying to kill you, hang you, throw you over the boat. Like, no, you're not gonna receive that message from. But even though the message is good,
you know why I disagree though?
okay, why is that?
Because most black people are Christians, and they did that exact thing on you, and they did all that to you
Is they took.
in America at least,
Mhm.
which I think we're right now. Matter of fact, I think Christianity has took over Africa. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. That's just me speculating because it was Islam. But my thing is, I get it. People need um, something to strive to, or something to look up to. Because number one, we have a worship gene embedded in our DNA, so motherfuckers really can't help it. So you gotta work. Even with spirituality, yeah, niggas, we talking shit. I mean, a lot of people like talking shit about religion, but really, y'all doing the same shit.
What you mean?
Like, they, this new spirituality is like a religion, nigga. Everybody got the same look. Okay, and then you gotta grow your hair, and you gotta wear
Everybody
this
has.
symbols, and you know what I'm saying. Like, it's like the same thing. It just rebundled in spirituality instead of being conscious. Being conscious is I'm conscious of okay. I know um, I was messed up. Like I had an attitude problem as a kid, but
Mhm.
now you're conscious. You think, okay, but what caused me to do that? Like you get into the root of the
Root.
problem. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? You seeing, and you looking at it from every angle. You're being cognizant of it now. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I did that because this, so this is why I act like that. When somebody says these trigger words to me, you see what I'm saying? I tell them this because, nigga, that shit happened to me in third grade with my teacher, and I ain't like it. You like, what
Well, so I almost pose you this question: Is can good information? No, take out the word good. Can truthful information come from evil people?
Yeah, my granddaddy always told me, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Well, okay, what does that mean?
That mean, kind of like we were just talking about, just because it's a bad message or you don't like the person or whatever certain feeling,
If it's the
if
truth.
it's the truth, it's a fucking truth, no matter you like the person or not. You know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like a lot of people realizing they fucked up. This on the streets talking to people like I be talking to a hell of motherfuckers. Like I used
Hmm.
to, especially when I my transportation companies, I'm talking to people, you know, just small talking shit, like white
Yeah.
people, black people, all type of people.
Yeah,
They like we fucked up, nigga. We should have voted for Trump. That's
yeah.
what everybody used to be saying. Like, nigga, I haven't like everywhere I go, except Ann Arbor.
Mm,
I
mm.
hate Ann Arbor. I'm
But
sorry.
I mean, I think. See, here's the thing: is that I feel like when we get into this whole conversation as far as like
And
the
I didn't vote for
president,
Trump either. Just wanna.
when we get into the whole conversation like of presidency, it's like I feel like regardless, it's like we was gonna be fucked in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Because I think what it is that in America, like we're really rich, bro. Like if you really think about it, like if you woke up this morning, you got a car, you was able. If you got the smallest things, you have all the necessities, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're really rich right now. Like when you really think about it. So it's like when you think about it in that aspect, and all you see in the media is all this negative. Even if there was good done by either candidate or either president, it will be overshadowed by all the bad shit that's going on in the world. So I feel like because of that, because of bad getting so much coverage, I feel like the country's just in a negative state because of that.
But yeah,
I don't think it's just the
and that's
presidency.
what we call propagandas, my friends. They always got to keep
Mm.
us in a fight or flight state so they can do their little rituals or whatever the fuck they be doing.
You said fight or flight.
Yep. They always gotta. You watch the news, it's gonna be mostly bad. They can put mostly good shit on there too if they wanted to. What's the reason for them to put mostly bad shit? Why would they? And ain't the
Because
news.
it sells, it makes money.
Bingo. But also they know what it does to people's psyche and what it's putting in your subconscious and how it make you more violent. Like you seeing this shit all day, every day. Like we talked about frequencies last week. You
But
keep seeing the same shit over and over and over, you gonna be more desensitized to it. You know?
But can you be in control of how someone receives something? Because, like, for example, as a news company, I'm thinking about making money. How am I going to get people to view my shit? Okay, the only way I can get people to view my shit if I put bad shit on there and show that, so I can keep everybody in fear and scared and uncertain, because that's what attracts people. So fuck it, I'm gonna just show that, but I can't necessarily control like how they take it in, like
Yeah.
how people actually take that. Like my grandma ain't going nowhere. She ain't flying nowhere. You can't tell her she's leaving her house.
Like granny ain't flying. Fuck
She
you talking
not
about?
going. She'll go on a little casino trip on the bus. That's about it. But and it's because of what she see in the news. It's
Yeah.
like it's just that fear. So I think it's people taking advantage of that. But that's the thing. That's why it's like conspiracy is such a interesting thing, because it intertwines with like just people just trying to make money.
Yeah.
Like so many
But
things
what do you
comes with
mean when
that.
you say conspiracy?
Like because it's easy to say, instead of from the news point of view, from let's just say our point of view, to look at the news company and say like, oh, they're just putting this out because they want people to be in a negative headspace. They want people
Yeah.
to be scared. But from the news aspect, from their position, they're just trying to make money and get views. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I said the conspiracy is right, because from our viewpoint is that they're looking at it from the angle of trying to cause harm in our world
Yeah.
and make people to be in a fight or flight stance. That's how we could see it from our point. But from them, they just like shit. We just in it for the money and views.
Yeah, but that's when you gotta do start searching and doing your research. The owner of Fox News, his book about his life, he said,
Oh shit.
it's, I haven't read it, but from niggas talking about it, he'd say some racist ass shit he was saying in there.
Mm.
So obviously we know what type of nigga you is, or person you are, or whatever.
Now do you? Well, I think
Um, but I gonna say when you say conspiracy, when I think a conspiracy, the definition of conspiracy are two or more people getting together to conspire against somebody to do a harmful act or harm.
right, but that's what I'm saying. Like the conspiracy would be is that the media is trying to put out, all this negative shit on purpose to be able to make people to be in fear. I guess
Yeah,
that would be
yeah,
the conspiracy, is to put people in fear. But I think it's
yeah.
just
Because we'll never know what they thinking or how these people act, but we just basing that shit off of track record, what kind of news you putting out. Like somebody's
true.
okaying this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's going through somebody who's saying obviously they don't care or what it's gonna do to people as long as they make money. It's not fucking TMZ. It's supposed to be news. News is reporting shit in your local area that happen. Why it got to be mostly bad stuff? Because
I
they know how this is gonna make us fucking react. Like these people
true.
have the fucking science on all this shit and like and how people act, especially certain counterintelligence, programs or whatever in America. They know how to read people. They know, like we talked about last week, your vices, what you do, what you don't, what your likes, your dislikes, and they gonna feed you into that one way or the other.
But that's another thing too, though, right? Because it's easy to say. I think this is what I think. Here's my thinking. I think when your root purpose is to serve money,
Mm-hmm.
there's so many open doors that comes with that when it comes down to how you go about the things that you do. Like when you're serving money, it's gonna look like you um are doing the very evil that you say that you're not, in a way, because you're serving money. You're doing it for the purpose of money,
Yeah.
not necessarily the purpose of truth or of
So you saying just greed and capitalism?
I think that's the root.
Yeah.
Because that brings on so much other shit,
Yeah,
like the thoughts that
I
we
agree with
have.
that. Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? I think when you make that the root thing in anything that you do, there's so many things that's going to come with that as far as, you know, how we look at it from our perspective. Like, oh, these motherfuckers is trying to not appropriate, but trying to promote evil.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it doesn't look like that on the surface, but if you start to look in the depths, you like, oh shit, this is like some weird shit going on right now, bro.
Man, especially when you like when I say a cult, I mean like a cult is just things that are hidden or unseen. So it could be a fucking book um that say you like fucking romance books. It just be one of the best romance books that you never knew about, and it got certain fucking secrets about romance in it. It just you know what I'm saying? It ain't like some spooky shit. Like,
Yeah, but I
you
know
know
what
what
you
I'm
mean.
saying?
I
Yeah,
know what
it's
you mean.
just
I follow.
the unseen.
It is well. Speaking of romance, not to pivot here, but I think one of the things that when looking at, because I think it's so easy to be like, well, our government, or our presidency, or
Yeah.
our leadership. But I think we all gotta look at ourselves and be like, who am I actually choosing to be with?
Mm-hmm.
Because who I choose to be with is who I'm choosing to build a family with. Who I'm choosing to build a family with is going to impact the community. So I say all that to say is that the single dating life nowadays, for you. I'm a happily married man. All is well. God is good, right?
Blessing.
But for my fellas out there,
Yeah.
y'all having a difficult time in this treacherous market now. Can you give us some experiences of what's going on in the market today?
This nigga said treacherous market.
The treacherous market.
That's a bear market. No, but I think the problem, I guess in today's society within dating, that's people just deal with their issues from the past relationships and they haven't healed.
That's
So
a common thing.
yeah, you just dealing with it. You haven't taken the time to heal from it. You didn't. As soon as you done broke up with somebody, you in a relationship before you even get the chance to step back and evaluate what happened, see where you went wrong, um, heal. Um,
Yeah, because healing actually comes that you like, this is a person. Yeah, for sure.
yeah, I'm probably about to say, but yeah, heal and I guess quote unquote do the shadow work and go within and raise your frequency, or you haven't taken the time to become a new you or reinvented yourself, or you know what I'm saying, found yourself again to the point to where you can attract something different. So that's why a lot of times when people
They get
break
the
up with
same
somebody, yeah,
motherfucker.
right, they get the same type of woman or the same type of man because you haven't done nothing different. You literally did the same thing. You expected different results. Definition of that is insanity, right?
True, true.
So you insane if you think you gonna get different results, and I think that's people's problem. They haven't healed. You haven't raised your frequency. You haven't done anything. You haven't went back to your and tapped into that inner child. Like, let me see what the fuck I actually like and what I, you know what I'm saying, what I like to do. You still worried about some momentary sex, or you know what I'm saying? I need somebody, or I gotta have that placehold to where you don't want to deal with that hurt from the past relationship, so you just go with somebody else to cover the shit up, so you don't have to think about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can see that being a common problem. Based off of social media, like, because
Yeah.
we're in the algorithm, I guess you could say, as videos being shown. But
Yeah.
what I see common is that everybody's just playing the blame game. Like, it seems like,
That too.
like a lot of men are like saying what women aren't doing, and then a lot of women are saying
Man.
what men aren't doing. It's like, bro, like, nobody's gonna be accountable. You know what I mean? No one's gonna be able to look in the mirror and be like, "Yo, like, how can I grow?" And and I think one of the realest questions a man can ask himself
Mm-hmm.
is, "Do I got commitment issues?"
Mm.
Like, and and then ask yourself and follow that up with this question: is that do I want the idea of me, or do I want the idea of a family? Because that's
Yeah.
two different things,
Yeah.
right? The idea of a family, meaning that you're married, you have children, and you build on that and
Yeah.
growing from generation to generation. And do you actually want that and what comes with that? But also the commitment that comes with that
Yeah.
versus, you know what I mean? Just I can just focus on me, build myself up, be a high value man, fuck all the bitches I want. Cool. Like you have both ways, but I think what men struggle with is trying to have both. Like they trying to have both the family and they trying to be the the man,
The
the high
guy.
value
Yeah.
man, like you know what I mean, whatever the case may be,
Yeah.
right? And I mean high value by money, not by character, because it's two different things. You could be
Man.
a man with a lot of money with no character and be very broke. So
Man. Exactly.
it's like you not winning in that situation regardless. But the whole point is that I think when you have these two pathways of life
Mm-hmm.
and you kind of want the benefits of both in your one world, it's like it don't work like that. Like you that's how most men feel, is trying
Yep.
to have both lifestyles of having the bitches and the freedoms, and I can do what I want because I got the money and da 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 da. It
Yeah.
may not even be about females. It
Yeah.
may just be full power and control versus like actually being the one that has to be the cornerstone to a family. That's
Yeah.
a totally different thing.
Yeah.
Rewind the tape, please. Rewind the tape. No, I'm talking shit. Um, I was just saying in general, as far as like, um, how I would psych myself out of like seeing an attractive woman and instantly thinking about sex
Oh yeah. Yeah.
to
Yeah. Yeah.
like
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
trying to shut it down in my
Okay.
mind, like she probably stank, or
Do you know what I
like
did?
she got hair under her arms, like
Um,
she got long toenails.
One thing I did realize when I was married, I'm no longer married, but I start actually looking at women for who they actually are. Stop sexualizing them in my mind, and just start
That's good
being
shit.
a real person.
That's good
And I
shit.
realized they a lot more cooler than hang with than y'all niggas. I ain't gonna hold it. Than
Oh,
y'all
I
men,
believe it.
you
No,
guys.
bro, I believe it.
These women be some like you don't have to have sex with every woman you come across. Like
True.
it's been women that I've been friend with since 2006. You know what I'm saying? We met just on some cool shit. We just always been cool. Like we never had sex with other people. Thought we did in high school and shit just because we both attracted. I mean, we having sex.
Hey, if that's what floats y'all boat.
You know.
Nah, I'm fucking with you. Yeah.
But to pivot here, I want to ask you something. Do you believe in unconditional love?
Great question. Unconditional love, I believe, is only given by God. Like in my eyes. The only reason why I say that is because,
There ain't not even mama, grandma,
well,
nobody.
you gotta think about you know how many different conditions there are in the world. Like
Man,
there's millions and billions of conditions, right? One could be like, for example, I'm a married man, right? But if I go out here and cheat on my wife every day, right? And she just lived with it and just loved me through it while I was just cheating on her. I mean, that's a condition I'm pretty sure her ass ain't sticking around for. You know what I
uh,
mean? Like, but what I mean is that all people have this free will to do bad every single day of our lives. Like we all have a free will to do bad. So because of that, it's like there could be a condition you will put your loved one in that they may not be able to love you through.
exactly.
So like
L-
you don't know who. People and killed their mama, killed their dad. As
Man,
crazy as it sounds,
no, you ain't. That ain't crazy to me.
but
I know some. I know somebody mama who killed them. They son.
mm,
But
I brought you in this world. I take you out.
literally,
She.
and it's crazy because they were like, I was working at a job. You know, those type of people you meet,
Mm-hmm.
and they tell you their life story, like as soon as you meet them, type shit. He was one of them, but he was telling us like about his mom, like she did some dirty stuff to his kids. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was crazy as hell. But then one of my former coworkers, we both used to work there. She showed me one day on the news, like this nigga mom had killed him and shit. It was like him. Like you know what I'm saying? She like, yeah, this what's his name? I ain't gonna say his name.
Damn.
Like his mom killed him. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, he said she used to be tripping and doing crazy stuff. I'm like, that is crazy, but
Yeah, I mean, just think about it, like, because if you just think about the condition, and the reason why I say is this is with the expectation of humans being humans and can actually do the absolute worst to the person that's supposedly supposed to love
yeah,
the one unconditionally. Like a mother will kill her own son if he gets like she loves him, but under these conditions of you being a badass kid or whatever the case, I don't know why there is no justification to killing your son. But
yeah,
what I'm saying is that a mother will cut her son off. You know what I mean? A father will cut his daughter off. You know
certain
what I mean?
stuff,
For
yeah,
certain things, I think that's the
certain
reality.
condition, yeah.
I
You
think
right.
that's why I say I think the only
But
one
that's
that
what
can.
people get it messed up. But they feel like you gotta love me unconditionally, but love comes with the most conditions, and a lot of our women, they putting up a lot of conditions from y'all broke ass niggas. When you come into somebody's life and your life fucked up, you fuck up their life too.
Oh yeah.
That's
Oh
why
yeah.
you need to take the time to heal, get yourself together. You know what I'm saying, and then you can manifest, attract, pray for, whatever you want to call it, a mate, because it's essentially the same thing.
You know what I think is the most spiritual thing? Situations. I believe situations in life are the most spiritual things just because it's the very thing that you can see, but I believe it's a very direct connection to the things you can't see.
What you mean, like situations, like stuff that, like anything that happened, like we made a
Just,
certain choice or whatever?
yeah, things that's outside of your control,
Yeah,
the situation that you're in.
yeah,
You know what I mean? I think it's a very real spiritual thing because it's kind of like a reflection on, maybe not a reflection, but it can either drive you to grow or drive you to die.
yeah,
Because not all situations are going to be good situations,
yeah,
but it's literally pushing you in one direction or the other. There is no in between in my eyes when it comes down to that. I think your situation pressures make diamonds. Like if you facing some type of pressure, some type of sometimes you gotta lean into it versus run away from it.
yeah,
That's what I think. I think situations are the spiritual thing because it's like you ask questions like, why am I in this situation? Why am I here to learn this thing?
exactly.
Like,
And I agree with you 100% because, in my opinion, spirituality is unseen science, and science is seen spirituality. Did I say that backwards? I think I did. But y'all get the point. Um, Quantum physics says every decision you make, from what we can prove, um, I say it's infinite dimensions, just based off um, what I've been studying, whatever. I'm not gonna get into that, but we know it's at least what I think 11 different dimensions,
yeah,
or our fucking world, or the dimension we in right now will fucking collapse. And every decision you make, there's another
that's
dimension to where you made a different decision and it was a different outcome. You know
e-
what I'm saying?
that
So that's definitely spiritual. So it's some spiritual
exactly.
shit behind it. You're making a decision for not just this dimension, all type of dimensions within the universe, and you fucking changing fucking time. You changing everything. You changing matter, really scientifically.
I mean, your steps of today are going to be affected or are going to be important 10 to 15 years from now.
It, exactly.
Like, it's just common sense. Like, if you're in a GPS and you going from here to Buffalo Wild Wings, right?
Yeah.
But if I put from here to Buffalo Wild Wings, but I also put before I go to Buffalo Wild Wings, that's 10 minutes down the street. I put in Los Angeles, California. Then I take this long ass route to Los Angeles, fucking 3 day trip. That's how I kind of look at it. Is that like the steps you make right now can either get you are actually going faster than you think. It just look like you going slow, or you can end up be going a lot slower than what you think.
Exactly, because it's a multiverse. Everybody. That's why two people could see a situation or be in a situation and they got two different viewpoints of what the fuck happened. And
Yeah.
they're seeing it from two different fucking whole point of views and I guess universes, for lack of a better word. You know what I'm saying? Like you in your own type of, they say, it like, oh yeah, he in his own world because he's looking at the world not like nobody else other than himself, which everybody does. But they try to condition you, right, to think like the next person, so we all see the same, so they can fucking control you. I mean, it's like psychology 101 type shit. Like this shit is not that hard.
So we was talking about this. So could you imagine experiencing something in life, and you the only one who experienced it?
Yeah,
You the only one. Don't nobody see it. Can't nobody tell you what happened. You are the only witness to this very thing, right?
yeah.
Would you think at that point that you're tripping because you can't cross reference it? Or are you going all out like, yo, this happened? You
Well,
can't
me,
prove it.
yeah. If I can't prove it, it's hard. I really don't get rah, but all I can do is hope somebody believe me. I have no fucking reason to lie about it. You know what I'm saying? Certain stuff like, for example, my first experience with crystals, I want to say a labradorite. I haven't did anything to it. Like literally just bought it, and I'm talking to. I think I told you this for the story. T Moore outside. We were talking about UFOs and shit,
Mm-hmm.
and how they move and shit. How we could tell it was UFOs and like this, stuff we'd have seen.
Yeah.
And while he talking, I literally have a flash, but like that's so Raven, and I go back to like where I was a kid and I seen the fucking UFO. Like that's how I felt like I was in Death on Raven. Like I didn't do the dumbass look, but or maybe I did because I don't have no idea. Look, maybe I did because I had no idea how I was looking, but I literally went back to the moment where I seen that shit, and I felt like I time traveled almost. Like I don't know if I time travel, had a flash, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. In my brain, it looked like I was there, nigga. So,
Yo.
I came to. I mean, it wasn't long. It was like probably
But
like a split second, but split second, like for example, in the dream world, 5 minutes are really like a hour in this time. So it seemed like your dream was fucking short, but that shit low key was long as a motherfucker.
but see, that's the thing about our human experience. It's like you the only one that experienced. Like you can't like prove that shit.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like
just like the UFOs in Las Vegas.
yeah,
That shit.
that shit's crazy.
But they had videos and stuff, I believe, but they ain't have a video nigga with the alien and shit. Like, yeah, nigga throwing up peace signs and shit,
Yeah.
smoking weed with them. As soon as the aliens come, niggas gonna start doing the dumbest shit they possibly can with them.
Bro, he said the alien was 8 feet tall.
Yeah,
Could you imagine?
talking about 8 to 10 feet.
For one, you working on your truck in the
This
backyard.
nigga said work.
You working on your truck in the backyard. You probably got you a Coors Light. You chilling. You underneath. You know what I mean? And our head is big as boom. You know what the fuck is that? And you look, and it's just a big ass 8 foot tall Shaq looking motherfucker. But it ain't Shaq. It's like some weird, slimy, ugly looking thing, and it's green.
Also, it was it might have been hopefully it wasn't a reptilian. No, it probably wasn't a reptilian. They probably seen some grays. They call them grays, which are like the standard alien they got for us. But there's different dimensional beings that look different.
But what you doing at that point in time?
But at that point,
Are you approaching it?
me personally, I'm gonna try to know how aliens
Bro,
work.
I ain't even gonna lie.
I'll probably try to talk to them telepathically. Like you ain't got to like, yeah, what you? I'll try to sit for a moment. Just because I know you gotta follow, you gotta do, gotta do your reading, do Malachi York, the holy tablets, all that type of shit. But
Man, fuck that. If that shit happen to me, I'm attacking it. You gotta prove to me
yes,
you an alien. Fuck
see,
that. Fuck that. If that shit happen to
I'm
me,
nigga.
I'm like, nah, I ain't hallucinating today.
Then when they
Like,
make you explode with their mind and they just eviscerate, you be like, what the fuck? I
nah,
told him. Look, I be telling my mom, I told the nigga not to do it. I told him.
nah, nah,
Y'all
nah.
still got that weed from Mars? No, I'm playing.
No,
We
fuck
got
that.
it. No, I'm playing.
Nah, fuck that. If I see an alien, big ass spaceship plump down in my backyard, and I
Yeah.
see this 8 foot, I'm smacking the shit out of it. I gotta go see what it's talking about because now, if I smack it, it's real.
Nah. You
Nah,
tripping.
because now I got some type of DNA on my head. I gotta figure it because now I know this shit is real.
No, when you're approaching anything, even if it's an animal, other species, you
Man,
gotta
fuck that.
motherfucking.
If I see an alien, I'm gonna slap the shit out of it. That's what you do.
But what if you come across an Anunnaki and you looking at 9, 10 foot black people with dreads?
In the name of Jesus, nigga, you gonna fall.
Your shoe
But,
gonna be there too.
but that's the. Here you go.
I'm talking shit. He gonna be there too. Your shoe? Nah,
What I think Yeshua is what
I know. I'm just
he
saying that the hood way, so
the
niggas know.
the niggas know. Yeshua, yes,
Your shoe on it?
but
Your shoe in Detroit right now.
he's here. He's in the mist.
No, I seen a picture of Yeshua.
Bro.
This nigga that look just like this nigga. I swear to God, I said if this not him,
bro,
bro.
bro.
Wait till I show you after this. You gonna be like, damn, this nigga do look like him though. Even if it's just somebody from the bloodline, whatever, nigga. The nigga look just like him.
Bro, everybody think just because you got wavy hair and you black, you automatically Jesus. You got long black wavy hair. Probably got hazel blue eyes and some weird shit like that. No,
But
I ain't gonna say that. But I mean, the crazy thing is about the alien experience is that the only reason why I say I would slap the shit out of it is because okay, now you have to prove to me that you're real. This is big. This is big. This is a big
so
moment.
really, you just proving to yourself because
This is real,
in your
yeah.
mind you need to rationalize this shit real, but
Exactly.
but that's what happens when people see the shit. They try to rationalize see if
And
it's
fuck
real.
around, get
So they
smoked.
say no, that shit really didn't happen, or if it did happen, they do like you do, try to attack it, then get killed. Like nigga, you gotta sit back.
But that's the
Woosah.
thing, though. If you get killed by the alien, you know what I mean. Like they not gonna kill you in a way that a human gonna kill you. So
It'd probably
like
be like laser beam.
exactly. So it's proof. So you got to go out on your sword.
Or some galactic weapon we never seen with some technology.
Exact, bro. Exactly.
I'm not going out on myself. I'm going out trying to negotiate with the Galactic Federation. What do we need to?
bro.
I mean, 5 years from now, it's probably. I'm gonna say probably because I don't know, but possibly we gonna know about these aliens like more, like a lot more than we know. Because if you go to just to declassify documents alone, you know the government been making deals with alien species for a long time. Like
allegedly.
it's not allegedly. This is facts. You can go to
Oh shit.
CIA.gov. It's in the declassified files.
But that's the thing, though,
Like
bro.
this shit
It's
is
too much.
documented.
See, here's
And
the thing.
NASA files. I mean, whichever route you want to take, even NASA, even though NASA was started by Nazis, but
But that's what I'm saying. Well, my thing is that
and they
there's too much
liars.
information around, and there's too many greedy people around for the information to be held without notice for this long. Now, that's how I look at it. But I don't know if you've seen it. He was on no, Rogan was just reacting to it. It was a guy who said from the CIA um that he was like basically saying like, yeah, there's fucking extraterrestrial or
Yeah.
aliens or shit out there. And my thing is like, How is everybody still keeping this a fucking secret?
It was easy because they got all type of technology, bro. If these niggas, just think about it. I can show you a sentient robot right now that fucking talk, move like humans and shit. So that means they got shit 8 times, motherfucker, that. Because you got to think about it. They give us the technology they done already had. So they already steps ahead of that shit, bro. So just imagine shit they already got.
But see, here's the thing. Here's my only thing to that.
And the shit, and a lot of shit we speculated on. Now that all the shit declassified, and we're in that comes from the age of Aquarius and all this shit. The veil has been lifted. Everything's coming to the light, niggas. All the shit niggas talking about aliens, saying, I ain't even gonna say it. The car 19, that car that they gave everybody in America, and they tried to give them that car.
Mm-mm.
You remember that?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was a crazy time. People had to stay in the house and all that. At the car 19.
See, my thought process is this, right? My thought process is that, for example, right, the government is one of the things that they're not ahead of is AI, and that's
shit.
that you got to think about it. You have the creator of
That's old.
Go, bro. AI is not old to the government. Hell no.
It ain't even.
AI is definitely new to the government.
AI is definitely
because they don't have no laws, no anything in place for AI. They really wasn't in.
What laws could you put? I mean, the only thing with AI.
What you mean?
They've been these big companies and the government.
You could put so many biases in AI to produce certain answers.
AI is old because nigga, Siri is AI. Like
no,
shit. So they already got.
I'm talking about in the form of ChatGPT.
Yeah, they've been had the for them. It ain't like something. I don't believe it's something somebody just invented and then they just put it out. They not allowing that shit.
Bro, yes,
it's coming from another.
Bro, this is a free country.
Unless it's coming from another country like crypto or somebody from another
Bro,
country.
if we wanted to create some shit right now, like we could create some shit that's it's not AI, but let's just say we just got the IP. We came up with an idea.
Yeah.
We could come up with some shit just as strong as AI, and the government wouldn't know.
You could.
That's what I'm saying.
But they probably will. You know why? Because your iPhone.
It's gonna tell them niggas what we looking up.
It's taking a picture of you every 5 seconds. We know that for a fact now with the video that came out. The girl had the camera and UV. She had the iPhone.
And take a picture of you every 5 seconds. I seen that shit.
So
I ain't got no iPhone. That's y'all niggas.
What more do y'all want? Not only that, we know that under Obama with Snowden, that the government can fucking tap into any phone anywhere in America with a camera, the sound, and they can listen to you. They can watch you in the shower. They can do whatever the fuck they want. Like, we already know this shit. This shit have been, that's old. That's why I'm like, bro, I gotta tell niggas old shit. This shit already old. We been knew this already. It's a whole movie on this shit. It's a book. It's a movie. The nigga already in a country. What they call that? They don't do They call that. I'm about to say jurisdiction, extradition. What they call that? Whatever. Y'all know what I'm saying. But yeah, we know that they been spying. They talk shit about China and all the other countries. Nigga, y'all doing the same shit. Same shit. We know this already. That's why you let too many niggas meet up at one place, start talking good.
Let me ask you.
It's gonna be some agents there, or they listening already.
Do you think that the government is falling?
Hell yeah. That's over for them niggas.
Like that's what I mean. Like
they coming to it. The fall of America is happening right before our eyes.
Who's taking control?
I mean, just look at what's going on. This shit look like ancient Rome and Greece and Babylon with the pedophilia coming to your kids, the LGBTness being pushed on every show. It's fucking, you can't watch a show without two niggas kissing nowhere. I said, goddamn. We don't even kiss this much. Fucking heterosexual. Straight people, whatever the fuck you want to call yourself.
What I get exactly what you're saying. So, well, when you look at it like that, right? But yet, in the same breath, we say that the government's falling. We also say that they're in control of so much shit. I think this is just showing their hand that they're not as much in control as they think.
Well, I talk about different agencies because the government. I mean,
Mm,
different forms and different levels of government.
okay.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Government is a big thing. It ain't one, Joe Biden, then all this niggas behind them. Talking about, nigga, we the government, nigga. What the fuck is y'all talking about? Like, no, nigga, it's different branches of the government. Like, judicial branch, like, um, what's the other ones? Y'all know the other two?
We know there's a shit ton of different
Yeah.
branches within the government. You know what I mean? Totally get that. So, do you think that the government has beef within each other? Like,
Like the CIA, like them niggas want to be better than the FBI. Type
yeah,
shit.
like certain shit like
Possibly
that.
just based off human nature, I probably would say they can happen, but they still on the same team at the end of the day.
I don't know, bro.
Team WS.
I don't know. The only reason why I say I don't know if everybody's on the same team is because everyone had, like, for example, like Fox News and CNN, they both have Republican and Democrat representatives on their network, right?
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, they have Republican and Democrat people on their networks that they like. It's, you know what I mean? Like, I think it's about who they like, who's aligned to their beliefs more than,
The
and I think it's a
government or
lot
the
of those
networks.
mini wars, like within the government. Like, I'm
But my
just
thing is,
parallel
yeah. But my thing is, at the end of the day,
that they just gonna submit and be like,
they still on the same team. You know why? Because they can come together and say, hey, yeah, we don't like each other. You know what? We might not agree on this, but we can agree that our race, we gonna make sure that shit stay on top. When our people kill 10, 20 people in a massacre, if he hungry, we gonna take him to Burger King.
see,
But when these niggas, nigga, you owe child support, nigga, go get his ass. Nigga, I want the SWAT team. You owe $20. You got me. No, I'm talking. I'm just playing.
Yo, that's crazy though. I seen a guy. I don't know where I seen. He was like, bro. He was like, I ain't want to have a baby, and I ain't in none of my kids' lives.
I think I did see that.
He was
Yeah.
like, oh, I forgot, bro. Hopefully, I can find it,
So why would you fucking raw then?
bro. Niggas don't think. Niggas don't think.
Huh?
Bro, niggas don't think if you have sex with a woman that you can get her pregnant. Niggas don't think that.
What fucking grade y'all in?
Niggas think.
That's what I want to know. What grade are you in, sir?
They be like, oh, well, I don't want to have no baby with you. Like I wasn't in it for all that. Like, man, what did you think was gonna happen? It comes with it. You gotta know it comes with the risk.
I'm gonna
bro.
say, don't 1 + 1 = 2.
You gotta know it comes with the risk. If you lay down, you gotta realize if I have a baby with this woman, I gotta take the consequences
But
of
does
that.
it? 'Cause 1 + 1 = 3. Cause you just had a baby. 2 people. So I'm saying, that's a bar, nigga.
1 + 1.
I get on my Terrence Howard shit, nigga, cause I believe him. Have you watched that shit about Terrence Howard? We might have to do a reaction video to that.
Ooh, I got a better one for you. You have 1 + 1 equals 3. It's 3 of them, right? But if you actually have 2, the pair that makes 1 can create another one. So it takes a pair to make 1.
Yeah.
Because the 1 by itself can't make it.
That's what you're saying.
Nigga, that's a bar.
Stupid. Have you seen that though? Even like some clips with Terrence Howard, he was saying 1 + 1 = 3. And they were looking at that nigga like, what the fuck?
No, I get what he's saying, but to the same degree, it still takes, you need the other one for 1 to be actually produced. You can't produce 1 by itself.
But it's not. It's producing itself as the plus sign due to science. So you either gotta change science or you gotta change math because they're not correlated. That's what he was saying. Because it's still like, fuck. I was just about to watch it this morning. Cause I don't want to misquote him, but y'all go and watch the Terrence Howard at Oxford.
I gotta see it.
Yeah, we go watch it and we gonna talk about it next time. We gonna say that one. We gonna say that one because it was good. That's a good debate. But he was saying like when you time something times zero, it's not zero, nigga. Like, what the fuck are y'all talking about?
It is
I
zero.
mean,
Because you're trying to times zero.
by 6.
You can't time shit on zero. Think about it.
But zero still exists. It's still, it ain't.
Yeah, but zero represents
You looking at ones and zero right now.
equally nothing. Like equally zero. Like zero is like nothing exists.
That's not true because you wouldn't exist without zero. Because what you're looking at right now is made out of ones and zeros. It's fucking
Ones
fractal.
and zero. See, zero needs something else for it to make sense.
But everything needs something else in the world. That's the duality of everything.
True.
Everything.
That's true.
It's no good without evil, no yin without yang. It's a duality. Everything has to have its opposite. Everything. And I think that's what people don't get.
But I think zero is truly zero. Nothing.
When you said it, it made me think about the Matrix. And then I found out through quantum physics that and quantum mechanics that this 3-dimensional world, which we looking at it in 2D because we're on a third dimension, but that's still not fact, but that's the best we got as far as our knowledge. But what's
Let me ask you a question. Do you think the technology that we're creating is going to be
a lot of this shit old as fuck. It's nothing new that they made ever. Like,
well, it's just more advanced.
Literally nothing.
It's just an evolutionized, advanced version of what they first
and we don't
thought
even
it
know
to
if
be.
that's true because all cell phone, Bluetooth, all this shit. It's literally you go to the walls in ancient Kemet that y'all call Egypt. It's literally all that shit there. Niggas is flying planes. Niggas are flying fucking spaceships. Fucking UFOs. Niggas had. They was more advanced than we are now. Like niggas had trains, everything you could think of.
Niggas had trains.
Yeah.
I
mean, it probably wasn't. It wasn't called a train, but it was a similar thing to, you know what I'm saying, a train.
It couldn't have been a nigga drawing visions of his future.
It could have. Not according to the meta-nature that people have, deciphered many a times and broken down as towards.
Can you imagine something before you actually create it?
Yeah, you got to.
I mean, that's usually what happens, right?
Yeah, you got to.
So imagine like some airplanes and a train and shit, and I just drew it on the wall, and it just stayed there for thousands of years.
I can't imagine that. Cause you can't draw shit on the wall and it lasts 1,000 years. You have to fucking indent that shit into.
Well, you know what the fuck I mean.
I mean, but that's not the only thing that was. It was literally thousands of other documents, books, all type of shit that's in the Vatican that we can't see, but people who have got access to have shown.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about to come to light just because of the age that we in. So all that shit about to get exposed. Not to mention all the shit that they burn and fucking kept for themselves in people's houses. So ain't no telling who the fuck what. That's what happens when you fucking liars and fucking so savage. You can't even fucking save books. You gotta burn everything. Niggas burning books. You ain't even want to keep niggas the knowledge. You ain't even want to steal all that. Nope. The niggas might pick it up and learn it.
Let me ask you a question, right?
And that's just one civilization. It's been more advanced civilization before that, Atlantis, which is documented as well, because that's where we wouldn't even know about nothing. That's where all this stuff started with the school of Tahuti, who set up all these schools, learning about everything: geometry, philosophy, art, math, science, technology. So all this shit we got, that's like nigga. Oh, and like we talked about earlier, it's different dimensions where. You say, yeah, we're making our future selves right now, from 10 to 15 years, but 10 to 15 years is going on right now, according to quantum physics. This shit is everything is happening simultaneously at the same time. You see what I'm saying? So that's why you gotta learn these certain shit. Your perspective change when you imprint it. You learning about yourself. You learn about science. You learn about geology, philosophy. I'm gonna say English or communication.
Can
Really,
God be outside of time?
what you mean? You are God having a human experience.
Can you be outside of time?
Time is relative. So,
Time is relative, but can you? What I mean is that can you like physically be outside of time?
well, time is relative, meaning like what's the saying? Time flies when you're having fun. You're having fun. It's 5 6 hours pass. You like, but if nobody invented no clocks, would there be even a such thing as time? Time doesn't exist according to quantum physics.
Well,
Really,
if death didn't exist, would time exist?
well, death don't exist because we're immortal beings. We never die. That's
Niggas
why.
die every day, b.
That's why they say what happened. You don't die, and then you pass. You passing over to the next realm. You're going up to a different realm. You might possibly reincarnate back to this bitch.
What?
If you, it's ways you don't have to reincarnate into
Oh no.
Earth, and you can ascend spiritually to where whatever you want to call it. You want to call it heaven. It's really just a higher dimension, but
It's heaven, bro. It's heaven.
it's just literally no such thing as heaven as hell. There's no proof of that
Oh,
at all.
bro.
Nobody has died that came back. Like, nigga, I
Bro,
seen the heaven.
we just talked about how you could literally experience something in this human experience and never have proof of it. You went through it and no one could believe you, but it could still be real. So in the same way, that's how I kind of look at it as heaven and hell.
But is it real or is it just real to you in your mind? You see what I'm saying?
I don't even think it's just real to me in my mind. I look at it like this. This is my thoughts. My ideology is why hell is real. I ain't even gonna say heaven, right? So you know that. Just think about it. When you take a badass kid, right? He in school, he misbehaving. Hey, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. He get in trouble, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he get in trouble. He face the consequences. He mad. He gotta face the consequences. Nobody cares about the consequences until you're on the other side of your actions, right? The reason why I think hell is real is because there's so much evil shit that's going on in this world. And because of that, people aren't thinking about the consequences. They're just doing the evil shit, right? And me personally, and what I believe is like at the end of the day, if you're choosing a path or a way of life that's going to be destructive and you're unwilling to be able to change that, then your destination is already set. Like in the same way with everything else, like if I go shoot somebody, right? I'm not thinking about the consequences of jail, but the reality is if I get caught, guess where my dumb ass going? To jail. And then guess what I'm gonna regret? Being in jail. Being the fact I'm gonna regret that I shot the person that I did because I'm now in the position that I can't escape. That's the perfect, in my eyes, that's the perfect way to parallel that hell is real. Is to be in a place to where you make a decision, and once you made that decision, there's no turning back.
Well, I disagree because it's number one, there's no proof of no hell. Number two, hell was
Hey, that's cool.
heaven and hell was created for, I guess the what they call that, the peasants or the regular people to give them something to strive to be and to put that fear factor too, also to where okay, you do something bad in this religion, you go into hell because there was no heaven and hell before nobody introduced any religions. So where did them people go? Where did they go? Somewhere. Wherever they wanted, right? They could call it whatever they were. The hereafter niggas went to whatever. Oh shit, I thought I put it up. But yeah, but what we do know, that has been proven, um, not just scientifically from people who are spirit mediums, people who dwell in the spirit realm, even though I ain't even gonna go that far, cause that's a little too detailed. But people, who dwell in the spirit realm and shit. When somebody dies, people have seen spirits. A lot of people when they die, they say I haven't experience this. People still fucking dwell on this earth for years, and they do whatever they do. You might be attached to a car or a house or some shit. You just follow in this fucking house, the car time or whatever.
It poses for a good
And
conversation.
exactly, and this for people who like not just one, like nigga, thousands of people is not fucking lying. Like when it comes to a point, you got to start fucking believing in something that's beyond your eye spectrum, which we can only see 0.033 spectrum of the light spectrum. So that's why people dumbass that walk on here talking about the light blue and we live in a blue world when this shit not blue at all. The water not even fucking blue. We just view the shit as blue because of our light spectrum. So in reality, the shit not fucking blue. Just like the sky is really lavender or purple is color, right? So the sky is not blue and the sky is a limit because it's a fucking firmament on top of this bitch you can't get out of. It's people who done thousands of clinical fucking trials and research of this shit and proving this already. That's why I'm like, bro, I know y'all haven't. People don't do the research and they just go by what they see what the news and who controls the news. The people who try he who control minds controls the people, and they know this. This is an old like nigga. We know they know that, right? So to say everything they saying is not a lie would be a fucking lie.
See, I look at it
from known liars.
I look at it in a simple form. I look at it in a very simple form, right? Is that
Wait, before you go, that's what I'm gonna say. I just want to end it with this.
oh, go ahead.
But we do know, because I never even fucking said this. But when you die, if you're vibrating lower, we know you go to a fucking lower dimension where it may be lower beings and people doing fucked up shit. So when you that might be hell. You won't describe it as hell, but somebody might like that shit. Nigga might be down. Bitch, I love nigga fighting and smoking. I don't know. But if you was a being that was vibrating higher, and it don't even mean you was a good person. So you been a good person, you might still go down there because you don't fucking know how your body work and how this fucking world really work. And you thought, hey, just me being a good person was good enough, and it should be. Don't get me wrong, but we had to do just a little bit more.
See,
this time, spiritually.
So one of the biggest things, and I like to keep it simple. So I keep it simple like this. Like one of the stories that's not just a story, but one of the pictures that's painted in the Bible is Yeshua is telling the story. He like, there's a poor man here on earth, and he's at the rich man's gate. And the rich man is like, I ain't about to help you. I'm not about to help you. Like, you a poor man, go be pitiful. They both die, right? The poor man and the rich man on earth, right? Who could have treated the poor man well.
Wait,
but now
on earth. So who was in another?
No. So pretty much the situation is you have a rich man and you have a poor man.
Okay.
The rich man who had everything on earth and could have helped. It's not about the things that he had. It's the fact that he could have helped. He could have done good and chose not to, right?
Yeah.
And the flip side of that, the poor man was then rich forever, being in heaven, and the man who was rich on earth in his short amount of time here was now in hell. This is the picture that's painted. And then the picture that's painted is that the man that's in hell is like, man, could the poor man help me here? Like, can the poor man give me something to drink? Yeah. Right? Well, he's not poor no more, right? And it's just like, I feel like evil deserves justice. If somebody does evil, what does everybody demand? Justice.
Yeah, it's gonna get justice. That's karma, bro.
And so that's how I kind of look at hell being a real place. It's not about the rich man. It's more so about how you treat people while you're here matters. And in that treatment of that, if you treat people like shit, if you treat people like you're better than them and you don't, forgive, you don't love on people, it's like evil deserves justice. When somebody gets shot, guess what we demand? Justice. When somebody does anything harm to our loved ones, it deserves justice. So in the same way, I think that your life's work is going to get that justice, whether if it's good or bad.
Yeah, that's cosmic karma. That's cosmic karma. Anything you do bad is going to come back on you. It's the laws of the universe. The laws that have been fucking proven time and time again. The laws of attraction, the law of correspondence, the law of relativity, the law of, you know what I'm saying, all them the laws you need to fucking be learning first before you do anything. But um, I think people who got this shit misconstrued too, like, cause
Talk
like when you
about it.
hear Lucifer, you think of
Okay.
something evil. But what do Lucifer mean?
Lucifer was an angel. He was
The
the
light bringer. Lucifer means
he
light
he,
bringer.
he was, but I believe.
And out of darkness comes what? Comes light. So who the fuck was they talking about?
Well, I mean, you gotta think about it. Lucifer was named by God. If you think about it, so we don't call him Lucifer today. We
What?
refer to him as Satan. It's more so of like the reason why Lucifer was.
So who talked to God and all of this? This is what I'm trying to figure out because God has never cracked over the sky and confirmed one religion over the other. It's no fucking
Well,
no stone tablets, no pictures, no nothing. A God coming out and saying, "Hey, yeah, this religion, yep, this is me right here." When I said that, most religious books are fucking either books of spells. They're not historical books. A couple of them are either book of spells, scientifical books. Cause it's literally when you
I
look
can
up
tell
the
you
12, it's like, why is all these numbers add up to shit that add up to shit
that makes sense.
that makes sense inside of your body? Like, okay, this helps. I got 12 fucking systems within my body. It's 12 zodiac signs. It's 7. Like, this is some Masonic shit. Once you learn about Freemasonry, and you start really thinking, you be like, nigga, whoever made this book, which was written by Francis Bacon and King James, which is not the black King James, who wrote the original Ethiopian Bible, which nobody fucking goes off of. Everybody going off of King James, which he's a
That's not true.
known fucking liar and pedophile.
No, we refer to the Hebrew and the Greek this way, but I mean to answer your question, I think the main reason why we all have this battle of why is it even a battle of what is what? Like why is this even a battle amongst men? And I
Cause
think I
go
was
ahead,
just
my
going to
bad.
answer the main reason why is because man had the choice to go against God and eat the tree. I'm gonna just tell it to you from the way that I believe, and then you can tell me your point. Is the way I believe is that man had a choice to believe the devil and be like God and eat from the tree, right? That's the simplest way to. And because of that, because man didn't believe God, right? God has now given man each opportunity to believe on their own, right?
Yeah.
In the midst of all this misinformation, right? He's giving us the ability to be able to find truth. He's like, yo, just search for truth and you will find me. And so I believe because in the beginning was the word. And so being that the very first thing before anything is the word, you can test every single word by cross referencing. The Bible itself cross references itself 60,000 plus times. So that's not a coincidence. And the thing is, the Bible's written by multiple men, like a big, like large number of men who wrote. It wasn't just one.
Which Bible though? That's why it's like
It's
15
it,
different Bibles.
there's a lot, and there's a reason for that. The main reason why is for us to be able to study and cross reference. Not everything is going to be true. You actually have to study. You know what I mean? It's like when you're actually studying for an exam, you're not about to just look at it from this angle. You're going to look at it from all angles to make sure you have the right answer. That's why there's so many different translations. That's why there's so many different, views and aspects on this one thing. And every other religion acknowledges Christ, but Christ don't acknowledge none of them. Like you can go to Islam, they acknowledge Christ. You can go Buddhist, they acknowledge Christ, but Christ don't acknowledge them. It's a reason for that. Like, why is everybody pointing to the Bible? Why is the Bible the most published thing? And when you really do your research
Because
and
of
your
the
history on it,
yeah.
it's like the real research is that the only way this could have been done is by God because this is done by too many flawed, fucked up men. And unfortunately, a lot of evil men has even used the Bible for evil. I'm gonna keep it real with you. And nobody talks about that. Nobody talks that people will take a good thing and use it for their own evil. It's the greatest weapon that the devil uses.
Yeah, but the reason they all mention Christ is because of the Vatican, and they was forced to, or they was gonna be fucking killed.
No,
That's already been historically written. It's tons of books, and Bacon's Rebellion. It's all type of books. It's already plenty of accounts of people who was there that told you they went to these certain fucking countries and they made them do that. Like this is already
they made
known,
them
and
reference.
if,
They
I
made
hope
them
that,
right.
and that's why I'm like, I don't have the same God as people because over 800 million people got to get killed for them to believe in the shit I want to believe in. I don't want to believe in that shit.
Or,
Because when the King James came out with the Bible, the real King James the sixth,
mhm.
the black man, right, the Ethiopian Bible, he printed the Bible. They went soon as he did that shit and printed another Bible because they didn't want people to have the truth. Nobody when they recording all this shit, it is not from the Ethiopian Bible. The Hebrew is none of this shit is from that. So none of y'all have the original Bible. Y'all going off a nigga who's a known fucking rapist and pedophile and a known occultist.
But
Literally matching up with everything we said in Freemasonries, matching up with astrologies, matching up with all these other shit that we saying that they putting in the book to make you do the shit we saying. And then y'all talk about God wrote, nigga, God has never said that. It's nothing that proves that God has said that.
I'm gonna keep it real with you, bro.
Nothing.
I'm a,
Literally, it's no piece of paper. It's nothing. It ain't no fucking sunshine. Then every story you got is messing up with, is matching up with old fucking African stories about the spring equinox. You saying it's about the birth of Jesus when same time. Why is it matching up with what we did, our traditions? Back then, like it's like not making sense whatsoever. It's like,
I,
especially if you know everything, and then you piece it together, you cross the reference. You like, nigga, it is no way you could come to that conclusion. Like, it is no way. Like,
but
then you
that
talk about,
it depends.
then niggas talking about the third eye and the pineal gland. I'm like, nigga, all these stories is about the same fucking shit. Like, I'm like, this shit here, boy.
It depends, bro. Because here's the thing. I think God works in a very real way, like this, right? Is that we all have for one, we were all created by Him, right? Everybody has a everybody has a
And him, and
scratch.
that's what they did too. They made all this shit about men, nigga. Who the fuck? What man you know is making people? I don't know no nigga that made nigga. It's women. It's scientifically proven that even women can have babies by themselves. They don't even need men. So how the fuck is man like nigga? What do y'all talk about? That makes no sense.
And when I use
the black
when I
woman is
say
God.
man, I say mankind. That's what I'm really referring to. I'm referring to humanity.
The black woman is God, nigga.
But that's the thing, though. When you look at it as the black woman is God and you put her on that pedestal, I don't even know if the black woman wants to be on that pedestal because
It don't
to
matter.
be referred to as God,
You
for
shouldn't
one,
have
is a
you shouldn't have started
responsibility
humanity.
that I don't
then.
think anybody really wants to carry.
We didn't tell y'all to start humanity. We was good when there was just crops here and plants. And then they started evolving. Then it was fish, and then it was that, and then it kept evolving.
So
right.
You almost gotta, for me, bro. Like I look at it in a very, like I said, I always look at it very simple format. Shit is that when you're looking at the Bible and you're saying that, why is this stories that's similar to other stories?
But
Let's just be real,
like
right
literally, that predates the shit by 20,000 years. Like it's literally the same story taken out of context. Cause they don't know this shit ain't really about this. That shit is a mythology. That's not a real fucking story.
So
Only real thing about the story is that yes, he was a real person, but it was 50,000 niggas that could do what he can do. Cause he went to the Egyptian mystery school. This shit is well documented. Yes, we know this shit.
So you almost gotta look at
like
it
I've been to these places, nigga. You niggas haven't been to Jerusalem. Y'all haven't been, nigga. There's no way that shit happened there, nigga. I've been there.
So
No.
look at it like this. All right, if I say right now, if I say a bold face ass lie, if I say I was never married to my wife today, if I say it on camera, it's on this podcast, 50 years from now, right? Somebody plays it and they believe it to be true. They be like, "Oh, he was never married to that woman. He was never," but it's not true. The absolute truth is I'm married to my wife. But I cut it there. The whole point is that even a lie can age as well. It depends on how you gonna decipher it. Even old ass artifact, everything has to be tested today.
Well, it
Even
depends on
that's how I look at the Bible.
Well, it depends on who
every
wins
time
the
you
war.
test the Bible, that mug is solid. Like you can test every verse, every reference, you can test everything, and it comes back solid. That's the
That's my
hard
thing,
part.
though. Nothing comes back solid. Everything comes back
You
as
you,
forged
you
and
gotta bring something with that
plagiarized.
though. You
No,
gotta bring
and don't get me
you
wrong,
gotta be
but
particular.
don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's no good. Like,
No, I know what you're
yeah, I'm
saying,
not saying it's all
but
bullshit. Like, it's some good shit because obviously they wouldn't have stolen it if it was some dumbass shit. But when this thing, what came first, the chicken or the egg? That's all I'm saying. How you gonna say that shit is this when this shit was already said 20,000 years ago? So what are you saying? So you just putting this story with that story to make it look like this?
no. I don't even want to do that. I want to say test it. I want to
Not
say
you, but
that.
you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
like I want to say. Here's the thing, bro. I think a lot of I don't want to generalize people. I think a lot of people will are afraid to actually test the truth or test to see if something is true by being afraid to ask certain questions. Like you can ask whether if it's in prayer to God, like, hey, I need clarity. But when you're doing your research, actually looking at it with the honest eye and saying,
Yeah.
okay, why isn't this true? And then look at, okay, how come they are incorrect?
But my thing, it's not like it's not true. It's just like a lot of shit. Like for per example, like Cain and Abel. Like nigga, the Cain and Abel. That's the same fucking story as of Set and was it Horus, the two brothers, and this happened and blah blah blah. But they take this shit out of context.
So how can we prove who took the story from who?
Who wrote the shit first? Was it
But how,
20? It should happen 20,000 years before this shit. Like,
but how can we even prove? How
what
can
more
we
do you
truly
want?
prove? We can't prove either way, either one for real. We can't. We
We
can't
can
prove.
because it's already written, nigga. This shit is
Not really.
documented.
Like it's already written, but in reality, in the same way, like how in the future I could say some bullshit today that's not a truth, and somebody believe it. They can't really prove it unless they do the research, unless they really dive. But even when you do that, you still not 100%. That's what I'm saying. Like
I
how
know,
do
but at some point in time, we got this common sense got to kick in for people. Like you got to stop having cognitive dissonance, and you got to start evaluating shit without emotions and without a preset mindset when you do go study. Because you go and study fucking commit history, and you coming in with a religious mindset.
you're
You
not gonna
thinking
understand it?
exactly, you thinking like
True.
a religious
I agree
person,
with you. I agree. I
and
agree with
and
you.
it take hella work for you to even fucking get out of that
I agree.
mindset and think. And
I
vice
agree.
versa too. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So
It's vice versa too. I agree with
you
you.
have to research with an open mind. You got to be. That's why I'm good at this shit because I'm a scientist. When you're doing science experiments, you have to fucking really extract yourself from the experiment and not. So you can see all points of view. You know what I'm saying?
So
To
does
see how the shit
everything have to
work.
be in order for you to believe it?
Damn, shit went up, but we still good on this one. The camera, my bad.
If
We'll wrap it up,
everything, yeah. I'll just put the rest on that one. If everything, does everything have to be 100% proven in order for you to believe it? Like
No, not 100%, but it got to be at least to where you like. It is no way this is not the truth. Like especially,
that's 100%.
and that's a thing. Like I said earlier, I don't like to throw the baby out with the bathwater, but when this shit coming from a messenger that's have a fucking track history, a fucking lying about everything, why would they give you that one thing, nigga, that's not the lie? Okay, we'll give you
That's
everything
what
but
I was
that.
telling you. That's what I was saying earlier. That's
Yep.
so funny you brought that.
And it's
back
not
up.
just the Bible because they
Yeah, it's any information.
per se when they did bring the few slaves they did brought, they got that bitch handed them Qurans and the Bible. So
Yeah.
it's not even just the Bible. You know, we like to attack that because that's just the popular thing. And I'm not even attacking it because I had no problem with that. People need something to strive for, but same time, you need to learn. If we learn history first, like the real story of history, our story, the story of time, most people wouldn't be religious because you wouldn't worship anything outside yourself because our ancestors knew that shit. Everything is within you. You are everything of this world. You are.
That's a hot take. That's a hot ass take.
And let's go. Look, listen. Just like my Facebook posts and Twitter memories, my shit aged so well. Everything I say aged so gracefully because I put thoughts into this shit. I didn't research. I have looked in the timeline from history to see, okay, when people were thinking like this in uh, this epoch of time, okay, what did these future tellers were saying? People like this, for example, civil rights movement. Everybody back then they said, well, Malcolm X and them niggas, they was thugs and criminals to the white people, right?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? To
to
them.
them, to them. So imagine, what if you never, yeah, we gotta wrap up. What if you never got the real pictures of Malcolm X, but you only got what they showed you?
Like what they
What
showed me,
would,
like the
like, as
voice.
far as like he was?
I wouldn't believe the nigga was light skinned. I like nigga ain't no way he light. That nigga got orange hair. Hell no. I thought he was 6'4". Nigga black as hell.
Oh my gosh, bro. That's what I think. Is even though everybody tries to be in control of the narrative, never allow people to be in control of the narrative. You should see the narrative for yourself. I think that's what it is.
But it's hard when you got news who they getting paid, and that's why they do certain. They getting paid from the left wing when niggas get paid from the Republicans. We know that obviously, so they gotta skew the information to the either side. So it's hard to get real information to where you could just look at it from just a
Company man
a
owns
non-biased point of view. Like, okay, this is just the information. This
Company man owns the story. Always.
And it's just like history. Whoever wins the war gets to tell the history. So they could tell you whatever the hell they want. They had niggas thinking Columbus discovered America when it was 6 or 7 generations of different type of people on here already.
So find the truth. Be searching.
But yeah, we're going to wrap it up, man.
Be
CJ Does It All
truth.
podcast. Yeah, we got it in today.
It's a good episode, bro.
Yeah.
Anything we need.
Oh, what you got coming out? You got some
live streaming 5 to 7 Monday through I'm gonna say Thursday. Monday through Thursday.
Same
live
time.
stream 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. bro.
Oh, you switched it up. You ain't doing it.
Yeah, no more early morning.
And they got tired.
I'm moving to the evening. No, well, it's not even that. I'm trying to put together a real good show, so I got to do a lot of work, pre-work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm with you.
You know what I mean? But yeah, make sure you tune in. Looking forward to seeing y'all. CJ Does It All podcast. What you got for him? Anything?
Yeah, I got my blog. Starting a new page. We're gonna be got a vlog. It's gonna be out this week from the 19 Keys. A couple other events I've been to. And the consciousness. We got an app coming out. The Global's Conscious Network. Go get Tokenomics 101. How to audit a crypto coin. Trying to think what else. I got so much. Did I forget anything? Oh yeah. If you want this shirt too, I'm gonna leave the affiliate link in the comments and the Mayat 42 shirt that I had. Go ahead and run that up for me. Also, I have Zorb's affiliate link for that. It removes the EMF radiation from your phone. I use it myself, so that's why I don't promote pretty much nothing. I don't use it myself. And off the gold water, the monotonic gold, y'all know, help with lucid dreaming, brain health. Well, we have gold inside our body, so it helps stimulate that. All type of health benefits. I'm gonna post that too in the link.